Monday night is fashion night, as you all well know by now, where we look at people's watches and style at the same time. Usually the stars on the red carpet, various different events, etc. Welcome to the Watch Fashion Police. And with me, as always, I have my sartorial sluts, Dirk Kennedy and Michaela de Chatillon. Hi, guys.
Oh, hi.
Bonsoir. Well, on that plate.
Both looking excellent. Dirk, you look a little. That's a nice shirt. What are you wearing, man?
I'm just wearing
a little slick tonight.
It's
yeah,
actually this shirt that I got at a little boutique outside of Grand Central Station for a party, and I wanted something black-ish, and I went in there and they had a whole bunch of shirts, and I just picked one off the rack, and I really liked it. And I almost never wear it. That's nice.
I never see a chest hair situation with you.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, tempting me, Dirk.
Hey, Michaela, how are you? You look beautiful. You look great in
Thank
gray.
you.
I like gray.
Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic.
What watch do you have on?
The same old.
The same old?
Tell them what watch you could have had on.
Oh, I can't announce that one quite yet. It's not mine to announce, okay? So no one get excited. It's not mine. You'll know soon.
You can tell him privately.
I will.
Yeah, tell me after the fact. What do you got on the Millie?
Milgo.
Ooh, it looks lovely with this shirt.
Yeah,
I love
just
that.
peeking out.
Peeking out, yeah. I'm wearing I'm doing the Zero S too.
Nice. Looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, big chunky watch. And I remembered my loomer, my little UV lamp there, because I know you're a big fan of Loom, Dirk.
I love Loom. Loom is sexy.
Looks nice, isn't it?
It does.
I like it on that brown strap as well.
I love all watches on a brown strap. I just think they look great.
Mm-hmm.
Love that wornish leather. It looks antique-y. Looks like you're going sailing.
Yeah.
Sporty. I like it.
What material is that strap?
Leather. Horween leather.
Interesting.
Handmade. Handmade by a ex-military engineer, Graham Collins. Very interesting brand. I've done a few videos for them. And on the back, there's a piece of the ED 385 or 315. One of the aircraft. What are they called? The Lancasters. One of the Lancasters that carried out the Dam Busters mission. See that centerpiece? It's supposed to look like the moon because they had a full moon that night. Oh. And they used the full moon to kind of, see that it was very covert operation. So that's why they did it that night. So looking up from the ground, you would see the Lancasters fly past the moon like that. But that piece of moon is actually from a piece of metal from one of the Lancaster dam-busting Lancaster aircraft. So it makes the watch kind of priceless in a way.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm loving it because, when I step out into the rainy, cold weather, I'm wearing these like rain jackets and stuff and gloves and so on, and it's just so beefy and strong. So I'm digging it. What are we looking at tonight? The Emmys? Is that our topic?
So it is. Did anybody watch the Emmys?
I tried watching a couple of clips. Who watches that?
Who watches the Emmys? No, I like to look at like the outfits and stuff, but I don't sit through it anymore. It's just not exciting the way it used to be. Social media just made everything so accessible. So it's like, just hearing the same kind of information over and over.
When people have just left the toilet. I never forget. I was watching the Emmys one year and they're looking for somebody and they're like, oh, she was just in the ladies' room. Why do we know this? Some things should be left unsaid. So stupid. So pervasive. We're up everybody's kazoo.
Apparently, something really embarrassing I heard about these kind of award shows is that, when celebrities have their moment where they get photographed on the carpet, like their moment, and then you see later it's another celebrity's moment. Did you know they line up to do that?
Yes, I
They
did.
line up. It's like a line of only A-list celebrities anxiously waiting to get their photo taken, just like peasants. It's great.
Do you ever notice that while they're standing there, they all do this move?
Yeah, they look over the shoulder.
They all do that. They all put their arse out and go like this.
Yeah, because first of all, when you look to the side, don't ask me how I know this. Okay, this is weird. Okay, weird piece of information. But if you want to slim yourself up, okay, your fattest you'll ever look is straight on like that. If you turn your body and look to the side, it slims everything out. It pulls your neck, and it slims everything out. Now, a lady with a beautiful back, like upper shoulders and back, looking over her shoulder, is going to look great. And as it happens, we have a beautiful lady right here with us to show us exactly what it looks like.
She just looks like that anyway.
My space is closed.
Yeah, you're supposed to turn your shoulders away and look over. There you go.
Kayla's jawline is
yeah, you see it? It was right there.
It's unbelievable.
When she turned around and looked over her shoulder, that's exactly
You're
the look.
embarrassing me. Stop
Sorry.
it. No, I'm just joking.
I'm taking advantage here.
That's because Michaela doesn't spend all of her afternoons at aisle 7 at Walmart.
Wait, what is why I don't do that?
The reason why your jawline is so beautiful is because you don't spend your afternoons at aisle 7 in Walmart.
Is that where the snacks are?
That's where all the snacks are. Supersized.
I tried watching some of the just the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
There were some funny moments, but I don't know. I'm over award shows. You know, I like looking at the watches and the style, but I don't give a shit. Like everyone just, you know, applauding themselves for their incredible work. It's just it's getting to me. Well, let's start off with this fella, Jeremy Allen White. My daughter has the hots for this fella.
He's got a sick body. He's
really ripped.
Popular right now.
But he's 4'9", so I don't see.
He's a dwarf. Yeah.
He's extremely
He's
tiny.
49?
No, he's not. He's not. He's
like 5'5". He's a tiny little fella.
I think he's even shorter than 5'5".
Oh, do you think?
I feel bad because even as a petite woman, I'm 5'3".
It doesn't matter when you're a woman.
That's not that petite. That's like regular.
I couldn't do it. For me, I couldn't do it. That's just I need to at least be able to wear heels next to you and not be the same height. As long as you're taller than me and my tallest heels, we're good. You don't have to be, you know, super tall, but
the thing is, though,
he was in The Bear. I think that's what it was, where he was.
That's right.
That's his show. Yeah.
Yeah, he was an angry chef or like an intense man, you know, and so women like that kind of character, the troubled, angry but talented man. It's always like the women always go crazy, especially if you're like ugly hot, not like
he's ugly hot. He's ugly
like
hot,
ugly.
He's got
hot.
an ugly mug.
Yeah, if you're ugly hot and you can play these intense characters, women are gonna like it. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah, Lydia made me watch like 6 or 7 episodes. I thought it was okay. I couldn't.
Oh, it's too frenetic for me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing tons of blow. I don't know what that is. It's like the whole show is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very frantic editing and so on. That's the whole style. For me, it was just I don't know. There's something missing in the writing for me, and also this actor here, like everyone's mad about him, but he just does this thing. Like can't even speak right now. He kind of just stares off like this. He goes. He's just always going like this.
It's that new slacker sexy thing that girls love. Yeah.
He's like pondering and going, and I'm just like, why is he? I don't get it. But I guess he has good arms.
I saw a pictorial of him in his underwear, and holy crap,
Calvin
the guy's
Klein ad that's going viral.
I mean, he's ripped.
But there's one part where he stares into the camera, and everyone collectively agrees, "Oh, that's Gene Wilder."
I don't disagree with that. I think he looks Gene Wilder-esque. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
I can see
Gene
that.
Wilder, however, was a genius. I mean, my God.
But look at that watch.
Yeah, that watch is just.
Does he have the power of levitation?
Michaela. You saw that Calvin Klein ad. He was floating the whole time.
Referring to Michaela's latest video that just came out yesterday on what your watches say about you. Part two, and there's the link, guys, in the chat. You should go over and check it out after this. It is really good. It's very, very funny. But yes, you're basically going on about Vacheron Constantin being kind of a magical brand. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I just said, it's you might be driving a Rolls Royce Wraith or no vehicle because you've gained the powers of levitation and you hover over us mortals and peasants because you're better than us. That's the truth. I mean, honestly, it's all, in fun. It's all in good fun, but it is to me one of my absolute favorites. So that's why I give it so much credit.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's a
shocked that he's
stunning
wearing
piece.
it. That's cool.
He's got some style. Come on, he's
Yeah.
good. Jeremy Allen White is
Still
continuing
no-
his winning streak. The actor who received the second Golden Globe last week for his performance as Cameron Carmy in The Bear scored his first Emmy last night for Best Actor in a Comedy Series. Really? That's crazy. He's not funny. The brother is kind of funny, the troubled brother.
Yeah.
Here we are. Winner 2. Pairing a custom Giorgio Armani suit with Vacheron Constantin wristwatch and probably some Calvins. Inspired by a 1956 model reference 6073. The 56 in question features a 40 millimeter pink gold, rose gold. I hate pink gold.
Gold.
Doesn't sound as good. Rose gold case with a classic dial and Arabic numerals, baton hour markers, and the date window at 3 o'clock, where it always should be, in my opinion. The elegant retro contemporary wrist candy is priced at 25 G's. How do we feel, guys?
It's masterful.
Beautiful,
one of the most beautiful
really.
watches in the world. I mean, if you're going to wear a dress watch and you don't have a Calatrava, it should probably be that.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean,
so good. And you know what? He looks great. His suit looks great.
I mean,
it's simple, can't really beat simplicity.
I mean, it's like watching Sabrina, 1950s perfect gentleman style, going to a party with a perfect crisp white jacket and black bow tie. I mean, it's perfection. It's Bill Holden or Humphrey Bogart in Sabrina. If you've ever seen that film, the menswear is just to die for. They're just perfect.
That's a good reference. That film's a good reference.
Oh, it's a great reference. And the remake was terrific too. I hate to say I generally hate remakes, but it was great with Greg Kinnear.
It really was.
Harrison Ford was lovely. She was delicious. It was beautifully done. Great remake. Excellent.
Yeah. He looks good. And I like that, his personal look with his hair. It's a little bit bit wild. It's a little bit Gene Wilder, but it looks good. It suits him, It might look a little bit unkempt on someone, but on him, especially with his beautiful suit and his beautiful watch or timepiece, rather, he just looks really good. It's a good contrast.
I gotta say, he's a little pasty though. When you look at the juxtaposition of the white jacket, the watch, and his skin tone, it's like you almost want to see that on a little bit of a more masculine wrist, a little bit of wrist hair or tan. He's looking a little pink. His watch is pink gold, if we're going to say pink gold, which sounds political to me. It's rose gold, and his skin tone is very rosy. I'm not saying it's not a great match for his skin tone, but it's a beautiful watch.
I see what you're saying.
Little pink. He's a little pinky, little piggy.
I mean, look at the chemin de fer inside this circle there, inside the numbers. Those train tracks, you very rarely see them inside. It's usually around the rehaut, around the chapter ring.
Yeah.
It's a classy watch. I don't know how I feel about the mix of batons and Arabic numerals like that. Just the 12, 2, 4, 6. It's I don't know. Maybe I would have preferred just all numerals, but I guess it cleans it up. It tidies it up a little.
Yeah, it's less busy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you tried it on, you might think differently. You might go,
yes, I would start giggling like a schoolgirl. Well, certainly. I've only ever owned one Vacheron, and it was just a work of art. It was just, and the movement was insane. I like the way the crown digs into the case there, like the whole side of the case serves as a crown guard.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yep.
That means your crown isn't going anywhere. You're not bashing that thing off a door edge and losing your crown.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a stunner. I mean, and a very, very mature watch for a guy like that to be wearing. Extremely classy. What can I say?
If
Well
Clooney was
done.
an Omega's guy, he'd wear something like that. You know,
Yeah, he probably has something like that, but he can't wear it in
he
public.
does.
You know,
I'm sure he does.
you know.
He just can't be photographed in it.
And we're coming in hard with all the Vachon.
Look
This
at
is
that.
Nicholas Braun.
Love him.
This
He's
is the
hilarious.
overseas. Once elegant and casual timepiece. Vacheron Constantin overseas chronograph. The timepiece showcases 42.5 mil steel case and a black dial with silvered subdials. It also features a striking open-work case back that glimpses the self-winding movement caliber 5200. The watch is priced at $35K.
Wow.
It's beautiful. It's very sightly. You know, there's a lot to look at, but it's still.
He has it on a black strap. He doesn't have it on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, look at that. Oh
They're
God.
they're easily interchangeable. Those things, they pop out. It's not hard to do it yourself at home before you leave the house. You know,
I
beautiful.
know what he
Right?
was going for. I see what he was trying to do with the black strap, but I almost would have preferred it on the bracelet for this event.
Yeah.
I think it just sports it out a little bit.
You know, maybe if his bow tie was straightened, then it would be perfect. It would just
Well, he is cousin Greg, you know. Cousin Greg can't be perfect. He's got to have something cuckoo. But I love his shawl. His lapel is beautiful. His shawl collar, beautiful. It looks like it's, you know, he's a very, very tall man. I think he's 6'8".
Wow.
That's almost a 43 mil watch, and it does not look big on him. So he's definitely got some big arms.
He's a giant man. I mean, he towers over everyone, including Matthew McFadden, who I believe is 6'2", 6'3". He's a big guy, and he towers over. He's a full head above him. He's a giant, goofy dude. Great character. Loved that show.
What kind of jacket is that? I'm not crazy about that lapel there, whatever style.
It's a shawl collar. It's you know, it's more classic on a white dinner jacket.
Yeah.
That's what you used to see it mostly on. It's, you know, it's a tuxedo jacket and it's a shawl collar. You know, there's three main, there's peak, notch, and shawl. And you know, I think it's a little thin on the top. It looks like it tapers. So the cut of the shoulder and the collar is a little naff. And also his collar on his shirt is a little too loosey-goosey, just a little bit. And that's probably the reason why he's having gravity issues with that bow tie. It's not perfectly placed. But it's so Greg. It's so Greg, isn't it? To be a little disheveled.
For being so large, his shoulders look pretty slight. And I don't mean that in like a mean way. I think one thing that's interesting about jackets is the shoulders. If they're, I'm not talking about shoulder pads, right? But I'm talking about kind of the Edward Sexton look where there's a little more structure on the shoulders. It will definitely give you more of that broad shoulder look, which overall kind of balances out your body. For men, you know, not to shame anybody's body type, but kind of the ideal body type is like the inverted triangle, right? I'm assuming, right? It's like broad shoulders going narrow. And so when your shoulders are kind of slopey as a man with a suit jacket, that's something to look for when you're trying on different styles. Because if you don't have really broad shoulders, and you know what, he might, but it could also be a posture thing. And it's really not that bad. I am nitpicking, but that's what we do here, right? But
I think you're right.
Jeff,
I think he looks very slight and he isn't. I think it's just a cut. And I think when you're that tall, you're used to like bowing down, leaning over. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's strictly his posture. A little slack shouldered a bit.
He just looks very tall and slender. He doesn't have that V-shaped torso. He doesn't have broad shoulders.
No.
You know, he's not blessed with those. He's blessed with his height, but not with those.
And it's
why shoulder pads were invented, to give a silhouette.
Well, it's interesting because even the slightest tweak on the shoulders of the jacket, and like I said, I'm not talking about going full shoulder padding, but like I was saying with the Edward Sexton style, it's kind of more structured and even has a tiny bit of a peak in their classic style jackets. And that gives such a straight, nice illusion. So it's like with women, right? Women, lots of body types are different and beautiful, but they're beautiful in different ways, right? And there's certain ways to dress that will make it look more flattering. And there's nothing wrong with dressing for your body type to be more flattering. So even if there's nothing wrong with having sloped shoulders, it would benefit you to learn how to dress to kind of like make yourself look a little broader, right? If you care.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
Can men get away with shoulder pads anymore? Wasn't that a thing like in the 80s and it's
Listen,
gone now?
all suits have shoulder pads in them. They all do. It's part of the structure. It's built into the suit. However, the size of the shoulder pads, it's not Dynasty or, the 80s where they had these giant, 1940s-esque shoulders. They still are. There is still shoulder padding in suits. It's just, when you go to a tailor, you can have it made perfectly to suit your frame. This probably looks like he bought a suit. He probably went to Rodeo Drive, picked up a suit, and headed over to Hilton, and that was the end of it.
yeah. But you know what? This is a gorgeous masculine watch, and that watch is a 10.
Yeah.
It's interesting on the black strap. I know what you're saying about the bracelet. I think that would have drawn your eye to it in like a pleasant way. From a distance, even give it a little bit of a sparkle, without being like too much. But of course, I would like to see it close up on the strap, the strap that he's wearing it on. But that's okay. I don't know if we can, but either way, looks really good. I like his hair.
Yeah, it looks good.
The Vacheron Overseas was kind of the first kind of big breakout sports watch for Vacheron because Vacheron, of course, is one of the Holy Trinity, one of the three greats, accompanied by Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet. And AP and Patek both had their sports watches. They had the Nautilus and the Royal Oak. And Vacheron didn't have anything like that. Vacheron was still in the stuffy area of things. And when the Overseas came out, they kind of broke out into that world. That then the Overseas became a competitor to the 5711, the Nautilus, and the Royal Oak, and it did very, very well. I mean, these were very, very hard to find 2 years ago. They were trading at double retail. Everything's flattened back down to where it was again now, but very, very sought after watch. And if you want Vacheron level movements, and believe me, guys, viewers watching, that those movements are just insane. Like I had the Royal Eagle, and the movement was just the engage and re-engage and stop on the chrono was just beyond smooth. It was just, you could just tell you were dealing with high horology on the inside. So if you want to go for that kind of thing and you want something sporty and cool, a little bit manly without getting into the stuffy stuff, I think the Overseas is great. You don't have to get a chronograph Overseas. There's a 3-hander as well with dates, if I remember correctly. But this is a nice one. The date, of course, is at 4 o'clock. That's fine. It's perfectly normal for a chrono. And yeah, strong watch. Very, very strong. You're looking at 35,000 on the, not on the grey market, probably more in the grey. A little bit more anyway. And about 25, 26 for a 3-hander. It's a stunning watch. And again, it's fucking Vacheron. So it's just, it commands a lot more than a Rolex does. Agreed?
Agreed. Well, it's so much more rare.
Yeah.
Never see them in the wild so rarely.
Special. It's special.
It's of course it's super special.
And people who own them have mastered the art of levitation. Colman Domingo. Here's another Tresor. The Tresor is the most seen watch from Omega on the red carpet these days.
They
Rust
must be
Star.
writing checks. They must.
This guy's in Ruston. I haven't seen Rust. What's Ruston? It's a good show.
I just know that Lenny Kravitz wrote the theme song for it. That's all I know.
Okay. This particular DeVille Tresor, which Domingo paired with a Louis Vuitton look, is a contemporary take on the 1949 original. It features a 14mm stainless steel case, silvery opaline dial, and a date window at 6 o'clock, and a diamond paved paved or paved bezel that adds just the right amount of glamour on the red carpet. The timepiece will set you back 12,900, probably because of those diamonds all around the edge. Otherwise, you're looking at what, $8,000, $7,000 for a Tresor, something like that.
Yeah, 65 to 8, depending on how you complicate it and how you dress up and bling it out. Yeah.
What's going on here? He's wearing like a necklace thing, some sort of brooch and a matching.
He's just, it's just, I don't know. Oh, God. Michaela?
This is very much giving a flamboyance vibe. I don't know if that's what he's trying to give off, but that's okay. I'm not crazy about it, especially because the jacket is so classic. I don't know.
Yeah. It's Fred Astaire, the jacket.
Yeah, the jacket looks good on him. It's almost kind of a feminine fit in a way, but he's lucky because his shoulders are broad naturally, so it takes away from that. But somehow, like, I could see a woman wearing that style of jacket and then it being like taken in at her waist, and it would be like a woman's jacket for a woman's suit. You know
and
what
they
I mean?
did in the 40s in all the musicals. They wore that exact jacket with a pair of black stockings and heels, and they danced the night away. That was such a look. That's the Fred Astaire jacket. That probably I haven't seen the back of it. Is it tails?
Oh my gosh.
Because it looks like it could be.
I don't have another photo ready. Sorry. It looks like he's got some diamonds on the other wrist as well.
I just think that all of his so his little pieces of
flair,
whatever bedazzled that his flair that he's wearing, they're not drastically too different from each other, but they're not really working, in my opinion, together. They're just kind of random. And also, as much as I like Amiga, this piece, something about it kind of bores me. It's just too plain, and I just really don't like the diamonds. I really don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't think it's surprising it's on him too. I feel like he would wear something a little more masculine, but then again, he's wearing all this jewelry that's kind of feminine, so I don't know what's going on.
He's got rings on.
Yeah.
He's mixing he's mixing steel or white gold look with yellow gold, which is kind of a no. On his hands, it's all white, and up near his chin, it's all gold. What the hell's going on with that?
No, that's a good eye that you have. That is what is so cohesive about it. One of the things.
Was that a ruby?
You said men should never wear rubies. I think that was last time. You said never.
Never. I mean, men in rubies, I'm sorry. Unless you're Aladdin, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it was Timothée Chalamet who's wearing like I think he was wearing Amiga as well with a bunch of rubies on the dial, something like that.
It's just, I don't know. First of all, his brooch looks nautical. It looks like an old-fashioned ship's wheel. It looks nautical to me, or it looks like the Rotary Club. I just don't really like it at all. And his shirt is crisp. The jacket is killer.
Yeah.
Is he wearing earrings too? Is he
it
got
looks
a big
kind
ear?
of like he's wearing kind of big earrings, unless that's just an illusion with the background.
I don't know.
The Bruce LM says is the Jewish star. I don't know. Is it really?
No.
Two triangles?
No,
I don't know.
Are you talking about the brooch? I don't
the
think
brooch.
Not even. I don't even think
it looks like a captain's wheel. No, maybe it's just
like a clown's flower that squirts water, but like jeweled version.
Here's my posy, like W.C. Fields. Don't be confused by the posy.
You know, that watch is perfection with his complexion, with that beautiful jacket. But the diamonds, there's no need for them.
There's no need.
Yeah.
He just wanted a little blingy bling. That's all.
Yeah.
No, he wanted a lot. He's wearing.
We love you, Omega, but
I could use one of those watches.
The diamonds.
Yeah.
The diamonds just kind of, they really quickly start looking dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know if dirty's the right word, but like it looks dull. Yeah, like you need to clean them like so often, especially that's what I think, because I've had a few different types of like diamond rings or necklaces in my life, and they have the tiny little diamonds close together like that. You really have to clean them often, otherwise it does look dull. But once you do, it's like, oh my god, it looks 10 times better. But it just kind of like, I think that's what it is when I see all those little diamonds like that together. It feels like a little bit dull to me, just a tiny bit. But I don't know. That's just, I personally just never really liked the diamonds on the bezel. But that's just
what do we use to clean those diamonds? Do we use liquor? Isn't that what they normally use?
I could not recommend for a watch, but I'm going to be really honest. For my jewelry, I have literally used toothpaste and it works
Yeah,
really
that's very common.
yeah.
Really?
So that
Yeah.
works really well.
Oh.
Toothpaste.
But I
is
wouldn't
very
suggest that on a watch or anything that's extremely valuable. Like, do not take
No.
my
He probably borrowed it. I think everybody borrows the watches for the night. I
Yeah.
don't think they're owning them. I think that's just that they come around. Vacheron case, Omega case. Well, everybody comes around. It's probably very rare, except for Clooney, because he owns all of the watches.
He's a true collector. He's a true
Roger Federer.
enthusiast.
He gets
Yeah.
every watch right off the line. They're like, "We have a new watch, Roger. Here's the first one." He gets them all.
So moving on. This chap here,
Yeah.
what's his name? Theo James with a constellation.
Globemaster.
You're a fan of the Globemaster,
I am.
aren't you?
I like the tungsten one. This one's nice, but I like the original one, just the plain old tungsten one. I think it's the most
The
beautiful.
watch features 41 millimeter Sedna gold case, a polished fluted bezel, and a sun-brushed blue pipe hand dial reminiscent of the 1952 original. Each facet of the face is inscribed with the month of the year, while a date display is located at 6 o'clock. On the reverse side, the case back has a gold central observatory medallion set in sapphire crystal. To top it off, the watch is powered by Omega's coaxial master chronometer 8923. With the annual calendar function, it will cost you $29.5 because it's set in the gold.
Yeah, I mean those movements are tanks too. Those are all those.
Yeah, those were all those. Yeah, all those new movements from them are incredible.
They're incredible. Cosk certified, amazing.
It's interesting to look at, but the thing for me is the abbreviated months. I don't like that. I don't like Jan. I don't like Jan on my watch.
Didn't Rolex just put out a new ad?
Feb, like Mar. I don't want that.
Mar. Yeah.
Just
Rolex have a new ad.
Just that and Mar.
Yeah. You guys seen that yet?
I understand they don't have space.
The new ad never abbreviated. That's what their ad is, and they show the day date. It's pretty cool. They show it in every language. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, on inspection, it's very busy, and the abbreviated months are kind of stupid. They're in a very kind of, old-fashioned Victorian font. It's still an attractive watch. The back of that watch is. I'll see if I can find a picture of that. The back of the watch is so beautiful. I love the observatory with the set sapphire.
Always.
I just love the back of
it if you have one. Yeah.
The thing is from a distance, it looks like those abbreviated months. It almost looks like a design carved into the dial, like a gold engravement, something like a design. Which I was like, oh, that's cool. I never see that, but it's not. It's writing. I don't know. It's not bad. I don't like abbreviations, so it's a weird thing about me. But as for his outfit.
Yes.
That tie so it's black on black on black, which is totally a look, and I get it. But there's something about that tie that's a little bit too skinny. It's not taking up enough space because there's no contrast with the shirt that he's wearing and his collar and his jacket. There's no contrast. So it just looks like weird texture a bit. I feel like if the tie was a bit wider, it would fill that out more and it would make him look more masculine. It would make his shoulders and open up his chest a bit, but this way just kind of gives a weird texture a little bit. It's just a bit too skinny, and then those lapels are very skinny, but I think if you made up with just a slight bit wider tie, I think that would look better. I am nitpicking again. That's
that's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
those skinny lapels make it look a bit sleazy. No, look like an old nightclub owner.
It can be, unless you're Don Draper and you're wearing period clothes, very, very thin notched lapels look cheap. It looks like a little boy's suit. Like it looks like he went to the boys section and he got that.
Or he's Laling from Carlito's Way. I don't know if you know that. He's got that kind of sleazy, 70s gangster vibe going on with that's what it gives me anyway. What show is this guy in?
I've never seen him before. I don't know.
I've seen him around. Super handsome guy.
Who is this?
He was in the show he was in was The White Lotus.
Oh, I heard
Was
the
he? I
first.
watched those. Which one was that?
I don't know.
Jeez, I don't know.
When it
The
comes to
web-
this watch, I personally find it to be. I'm not a globemaster fan. The fluted bezel belongs to Rolex and to Rolex only, in my opinion. Don't try to do it. You will never do it the way they do it. And I don't like the months. I mean, I didn't even think about the abbreviation now that Michaela said it. Now it's freaking me out, and I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
But
It's
also,
freaky.
like, look at those huge gouges out of the. It looks like what my Parmigiano cheese, my Parmigiano Reggiano looks like in the fridge. It's like scooped out of the side. And one last thought as well: that extra hand that's pointing at May, does that flick all the way over, or does it slow? Does that hand move so slowly that it slowly goes through the months? Like, does
Yeah,
that
it
hand
does.
do one rotation a year?
Yeah, it does.
Oh fuck! Well, that's cool.
that is kind of cool. That would be so freaky. Like if you miss the flick.
So how is that
That'd
the
be so
8th
sad. I
of?
would wait for it.
So how is that the 8th of May? Because it says the 8th in the window, in the date window, but it's halfway
They
through
just-
May.
They
Oh, it's just fucking graphics. Just
yeah, that's just
okay.
graphics.
Okay,
They
'Cause
should
it
have
should
thought
be-
about that.
yeah, that should be the 15th of May, roughly, or the 16th. If that is what that would turn me on to it, just the horology of that one hand that moves so fucking slowly. Imagine me trying to do a time lapse on that thing with the camera.
It just won't go anywhere.
It would take a year. I'd have to take one frame a day or something. But
P.S. I only like Paipan in that kind of gunmetal blue gray. The other ones, it's just too pronounced. Here it's subtle because Paipan to me looks like, $450 Omega references you can get in a pawn shop. They're just, there's a reason why they're not. Everyone doesn't do them because they're weird, but it looks cool on that color, and that's the only color I like it on.
It's interesting. I do like that color too. I like it.
Beautiful.
I like the
contrast is beautiful.
Yeah, I kind of like that gradients, the light when the light hits it that you get. I think that's really pretty.
Thomas Burnett, the Globemaster annual calendar is really cheap, 8K-ish in steel. And it's a great watch. Love the Sedna Gold too. This is quite a funky piece, but could have chosen better for a dress function. Yeah, it's not really a dress watch, really.
Yeah.
Classic dress watch is a 3-hander, guys, not even a date. If you want to be strict about it. By the way, guys, there is a new show every Monday called That Watch Guy UK, not to be mistaken with That Watch Guy London, but it is usurping that show. They called it quits there, I think, about 2 weeks ago. So now Timmy and his boys are sweeping in to grab that same audience at the same time. Every Monday, 8 p.m. UK, which is, 3 p.m. EST and noon PST. That Watch Guy UK. Go over and check out the channels. Just watch chat. But seeing as you may be missing That Watch Guy London show, Spencer's show with Gavin and Kaylee and so on, that is no longer on a Monday night. So maybe this will make up for it. Check it out, That Watch Guy UK. Go and sub to those guys. Love those fellas. And there is the link from
Perfect
Tim. Thank you, Tim. Let's move on. Who have we got next? Anyway, just to finish off on this, is his collar too tight?
No, it's collar.
Asking,
The problem is that
girlfriend.
I think that the collar is fun. The problem with this whole outfit, though, is this monochromatic thing is so Regis Philbin 1999 to 2007. It's so it's boring. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Look, he started a fashion revolution with the monochromatic. The black. I just don't dig it. I'd like to see a little bit more contrast. Actually, that collar is perfection. It's cut perfectly. It's sized perfectly. Okay. I really wish he would decide whether or not he wants a beard or not. Go one way or the other. Unless you have the most beautiful stubble, like the perfect George Michael stubble, don't do it. His is very spotty. It's missing.
I see what you're saying.
sloppy.
Yeah,
it's too sloppy. It's a little sloppy.
Just fill it in with some makeup or something.
Yeah. Just get a brush and get a nice
fill it in.
MAC Kohl number 25 and just dust it up. Yeah.
That was a really good thing to point out because I was kind of wondering, like, what is it about his face that's kind of throwing me off? Because he's obviously a great looking guy, very masculine looking. Yeah, something was off. I was like, what is it? It's the scruff. It's not.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's like, look, it's missing on the left side of his face. It's like, I don't know.
It's not all even. It's as if he was doing what I do, but then decided to grow out the rest a little after or something.
Yeah. If you can't grow a beard, don't.
Yeah.
Just don't. Just clean shaven. Be a cute twink.
I just realized that I'm just like having an out of body experience. I just realized looking at you two, almost every man that I know has a beard now. And a mustache. Like, almost every single man I know.
Yeah, it's
well, the photos
called me a hipster asshole on this before I cut my hair off. This guy, I remember we were on iBashers one night, and some guy goes, "Fuck you, you hipster ass, you Williamsburg hipster asshole."
Michaela, the photos from Vienna popped up on my phone the other day, like a little reminder. And there's the three of us with Eric, and he has the same thing as me. We have the same.
Yeah, exactly.
The same thing, the smidgen and all.
Yeah, and then the sides shaved, and then just like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he shaves
not
it down,
like the whole sides.
I've been doing the same thing.
Down, right?
Well, shaved like this. Yeah,
you shave the sides down. Yeah,
I've been doing the same thing for centuries. You guys think I should change it up? I remember that guy Alex Foti, the watchmaker guy. He has kind of a proper strong beard.
That guy's got follicles on follicles.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy who gets super beard envy because it's so dense.
Do you think I should switch it up, switcheroo? Any suggestions?
I don't know. Maybe try for a couple weeks, see what it looks like, and then decide. I can't really say that. I can't picture.
Grow it out a bit and see how you like it.
Like grow it out and shave it to here maybe and go farther into the beardy thing.
The thing is, I feel like your face shape is kind of almost like heart shape where it kind of goes down by the chin like that. So I think that a little more skin showing in that case kind of makes your cheekbones more prominent, because it gives you more of that illusion. I think if you cover up more of your face, it might not look as good. I feel like
it'll thicken it out. Yeah. Like this guy, Dirk, has like a beautiful, perfectly shaped face, but it's all covered right now. You look more masculine and so on. It's thickened it out. Yeah, you look. I want to offer you a big beer or something, or a big thing of mead. Right
it's my longshoreman look, especially when I wear my little caps.
Well, it's interesting to.
You're looking kind of Viking-ish or something.
Because it looks like to me like Dirk has an oval shaped face, which is actually apparently one of the most universally attractive face shapes. Yeah, I'm just saying it's what most models, if you look at them, except for the really editorial like edgy ones, they have oval. The most beautiful people, they have oval face shapes. If you look at all of your favorite celebrity crushes, all of them have like oval face shapes. So it's interesting. It's one of the most desirable face shapes. Anyway, so I feel like different looks with your facial hair definitely will work with different faces better.
I'll get rid of my beard the second I lose 20 pounds.
Is that what you use the beard for, to cover?
No, not at all. I do the beard in the winter and then I get rid of it for the summer.
But you would float away. You'd be so skinny. You'd be gone.
I'm thinking about just getting rid of the whole thing and going back. Remember when I used to do the Fu Manchu thing all the way down here? I just do this all the way down. Just makes me look really tough and butch and mean. Arg.
I want to see it.
I'll send you a picture. I had it for years. You look like a biker.
Okay, now we're gonna get a little. We're gonna get a little more flowery now, guys.
Oh, brother!
Oh my God!
Anthony Anderson. This is a Jacob & Co. Ruby watch. Men should never wear rubies, apparently. Well, this guy doubled down. Anthony Anderson took the stage to host the Emmys last night, wearing a bold embroidered etro suit and a dazzling Jacob & Co. watch. The breathtaking timepiece is part of the watchmaker's brilliant collection, crafted from 18-karat rose gold, not pink gold. The 44mm case is visibly set with 226 baguette cut rubies. The dial showcases another 187 stones, while the crown and buckle feature 12 and 21 gems, respectively. In total, the watch is adorned with 447 rubies, weighing 30 carats. This reference is limited to only 6 examples, naturally. Anderson also wore Roger Dubuis Excalibur Mono Balancier during his opening monologue. Nothing wrong with showing off multiple watches. Absolutely not. I mean, I don't know what to say about this.
It's, first of all, what? Okay, the rose gold. What do we wear when it's covered? So what's the point? Just make it plastic. Also,
right.
What's the point? Why pay more when it's
covered? You can't see the rose. You can only see the rose gold come out on the crown a little, and then the hand.
Exactly. Why would you pay for that? It's covered. Also, this is very much looking to me like cherry, like Betty Boop-esque. I just think this is a very girly pop kind of watch. This is not a masculine piece at all. And I know he's probably doesn't care. He's covered in flowers, but it's not cute. You know what? This is actually a brand I'm gonna need to talk about next on my next video.
Yeah, you should talk about Jacob and Co's, and it gets really wild. The Astronomia and so on. Some crazy pieces.
It's very. It doesn't look like a watch anymore, and I don't really see the point of that. And also,
weird.
On him is just weird. It's just a weird. I don't like it.
And he's matching the colors there on his jacket because, of course, the strap is green and it's full of rubies and so on. So he's got the green and the red. I don't know what's up with that jacket or, that top.
So bad.
Yeah.
It's hideous.
It's so bad. It looks like something there's this community of really wealthy, well-dressed, Koreans that come to my business, and they range all different age groups, and they are great. Love them. And I love looking at their different fashion style, but this is the kind of jacket that one of the older women would be wearing. 100%.
Yeah. This is
100%.
Etro, which really panders to the whole Asian market. The embroidery itself looks like, Oriental, flower needlepoint from way back in the day. Etro's always been that brand. Etro, when they first came out, they had all those really bright paisley linings and Bembergs and all the kinds of, trims and accents. And then they were doing brocades, and you'd see them in Bergdorf Goodman. Not a lot of people would wear them. Rock stars would wear them. The guys from, who used to wear Etro is the two brothers from Hard to Handle Now. Those guys. The what's the name of that band? The Southern rock band. Hard to Handle. I forget their name, but who wore a jacket like this? Jimmy Page, and the song remains the same. Remember that he had that the formal jacket with all the embroidery of flowers on the side.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. And that watch, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty for what it is, but I'd like to see that on Old Watch Lady. I don't want to see it on this guy.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's gross.
I don't know.
I don't like the pattern. I don't like the pattern of the way the jewels are set in there either. It's giving me. It's like triggering me. When you see something with too many holes. I forgot what that's called, and it just makes you feel uncomfortable.
Oh yes. There's a word for that. Yeah, there's a word for that.
But it's kind of like it's not too bad, but it's kind of making my skin crawl a little bit. I don't know.
And they didn't even mention the price. The price is probably somewhere around $1 million.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It looks like an infectious disease. That's what it looks like. Infection on the skin.
And to be fair, and it should be said that, maybe we're talking out of our asses because, African-American style is completely different from classic American style or European style. It's a whole thing unto itself.
Sure.
And for the most part, the hip hop market and a lot of these very famous Black actors and actresses, they go for a much more colorful plumage, peacocky look. And within that world, they all love it. So, there's something to be said for that too. Just because, we think it's a little, you're going to the Emmy Awards or the Oscars, they were the first people to show up in sneakers at an event. And of course we were all aghast, but they were like, oh, those are those are
$50,000 sneakers.
Exactly. So the cost of things is very important. The style is secondary. It's mostly like what's expensive. sadly, but that's the way it is.
Who's up next? Bill Hader with another
Bill.
Trésor.
He messed
He
up.
looks really bloody weird these days.
He
Bill
looks
Hader
like
looks
he just
seriously
came from a
smart at his
spaceship.
ceremony last night. The comedian wore a sleek grey Dior ensemble with an equally sleek Omega DeVille Trésor. This reference showcases 40mm stainless steel case, two-tone silvery dial with a power reserve display at 12 o'clock. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. So I was thinking, is this a some sort of chrono, but there's no controls for it. And a small seconds display at 6 and a gray leather strap. Who knew gray on gray could be so eye-catching? Oh, man.
Because
He's
it
looking
isn't.
so weird these days.
He looks like a waiter on the Hindenburg.
Like, look at why is the jacket closed like that?
It's too tight. I mean, the button's in the wrong spot if that jacket is not sized appropriately. And it's moire. I mean, look at the fabric. I mean, it's double sheen. It's crazy with the black bow tie and the black shirt. He looks like one of the staff on a 1920s, 30s dirigible. That's what he looks like. It looks like he's going to bring you your caviar before the Hindenburg blows up. I don't get it.
Goodness.
It's very weird.
I'm sorry. No.
Or an alien. It looks like, like formal wear for Venusians.
He's wearing what I would picture like in a 90s sci-fi movie. Like what they thought people would look like in the future in the 80s or something. That's what his outfit looks like. The Omega, I like it. I mean, with right next to him in this image, my brain connects colors and it's kind of hard to see it together because it's just too much gray on gray. But on its own, I would like it, the watch. But that jacket was a huge mistake, and it makes him look pregnant. And also the black.
It makes him super wide on the bottom.
Yeah,
right?
It's making his stomach come out, and it's buttoning at the wrong spot. Also, it's too high up for his like proportions. His shoulders look too slight for how wide the skirt of the jacket is. It's not working for me, or for him. Honestly, I feel bad, but
it's tunic style. It's almost like a tunic.
He needs to go home. Yeah,
it's a double-breasted jacket with one button. It's a daring failure. He's a genius, however. Of course, we all.
Yeah, I mean, Dave F451. We're not talking. I mean, obviously, the man is super talented, extremely funny. We're just talking about what he's wearing tonight. That's all we're doing with these people. We're not judging their talent or their skill or their career in any way. But he has been looking very strange at events lately. He's getting. He's looking very kind of studious or scientist, but at the same time, like a futuristic dude. He's like, he's an inventor of some new cyborg. You know, his big head kind of gives him that brainy look.
Like Bill Nye in the year 3000.
How do you feel about the watch, Dirk?
It's a little too monochromatic, a little boring for me. I'd like to see it maybe on a black strap, or I'd like to see
a Bordeaux strap, right?
Something Bordeaux, perfect, like a cordovan.
That would liven it up a lot. Yeah,
it's a little too monochromatic. I know Omega's done that.
I do like the batons, those uber long batons,
they're beautiful.
And the shorter ones are 3 and 9. That's kind of nice.
And you need a Trésor. You need to get one. If you love those,
I always like DeVille. I always like the elegant. So I nearly got that Venice edition.
Yeah,
you know, the Venice edition, the D-Master, which isn't far off of this. Clearly, it's manual wind if there's a power reserve at 6 o'clock. So that's odd. I don't mind a power reserve. That's fine. I like Omega off to the right. That's nice. And it is technically a 3-hander, even though, I mean, it's got that extra hand for the power reserve, but that's not leaving that aside, this is a 3-hander. So he is wearing a classy dress watch for the evening. But yeah, nice red, deep burgundy or Bordeaux strap on that. And then you have a beautiful watch. I would take it off that gray strap immediately.
Yeah. It is beautiful otherwise, yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
Get a stylist, Bill.
Moving on, we have Kieran Culkin. So this is Macaulay Culkin's brother or something?
Yeah, it's his little brother.
Yeah. So let me see. A-listers green with envy. Okay. Succession star who won his first Emmy for Best Actor in Drama Series paired with elegant Givenchy suit. Givenchy. Thank you. With a drool-worthy Iwutse Schaffhausen watch.
Yeah.
The Portugueser features a sleek 40.4 millimeters stainless steel case, striking green dial with small seconds counter at the 6 and a green alligator strap. It's also equipped with Iwutse's in-house automatic movement caliber 82 200 that provides a power reserve of 60 hours. Roman Roy's wrist candy will set you back to $7,500. Now, a lot of Portuguesers are, of course, chronographs. There's that gold one that I featured on the channel. This is more classic. It is technically a three-hander, so he's sticking with the classy, simple stuff for the evening. And I like that in the photo, he's got the watch popping out there. It's the only bit of color on him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
showing the watch off. Nothing wrong with that.
And he's a Rolex guy because he wears Rolex on Succession.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He wears a date on Succession.
There's a lot of watches on that show, apparently. I didn't
know. A lot of watches. Have you not finished that show yet?
I got through a couple of episodes. It was irritating to me that absolutely everyone on the screen in every single frame is a complete asshole.
Oh, there's no one there. You can't root for no one.
For no one. Like everyone's a bigger dick than the next person. And I was like, okay, I've just been watching bad people be dickheads for the past 3 hours. I don't think I can take this any longer. You know,
they also it's the F-bombs every other word, and
there's nobody as fuck though.
There's no like particular like super attractive person on screen. It's just fine. It's okay. And it's kind of that understated, like,
there isn't.
They don't need to look like, high-end Russian escorts or anything. It's fine.
I mean, Sarah Snook she went from being just a pasty redhead to a very overweight girl. Like by the end of the show, she's put on quite a amount of weight.
She has her fans though.
She's got her fans, and she wears midriffs, and she just does not give a fuck. But yeah, you're right. There's nobody on that show is really very attractive. Very interesting observation. There really isn't. Though she can give it a shot. The writing is mesmerizing. The acting is crazy, and
I gave it a shot. I'll get back to it. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure it begins to grip you after 4 or 5 episodes or whatever. Just right now, from the outside, I'm just like, oh god, I want to set everyone on fire and laugh. Including this little asshole as well. Like he's
a great little asshole.
Fucking annoying to me, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, he's a gnat. Can we look at what he's wearing? Is that some sort of weird feathery brooch? I can't. Yeah, it's a brooch of some sort.
He's wearing a black carnation, and as were several. I don't know what the significance was, but many of the gentlemen there were wearing boutonnieres of black carnation. So it must have been in reverence to somebody maybe that they all know who passed away. I would imagine. Because it's a black boutonniere. It's not a brooch. It's it's a classic wedding boutonniere.
Maybe something to do with the Emmys.
Yeah. He needs to clean up the tie. It's a perfect shawl jacket. He's a very nondescript, very small, very slight fella. You're not going to see him setting the the men's Vogue on fire. That's not going to happen. And he's a slacky guy, so he's going to wear a suit, but he's going to wear it sloppily, and that's just his whole shtick. Yeah, it's his look.
It definitely is. It's a bit sloppy. Besides that, it's fine. It's simple. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, but it's Givenchy, which is, I would kill for Hubert de Givenchy suit. Yeah. Oh my god, some of the most beautiful fragrances of all time too. Givenchy, some incredible stuff. Mm-hmm.
On the watch, I love the chemin de fer around the chapter ring, and it would seem they have their markers. I don't know if there's loom on those. It would be really nice if there was, as part of the train tracks, which is very classy. I'm a big fan of the Portugueser. I think it's one of the iconic watches. Everyone needs to own one. It's a classic 3-hander in the old style, so the small seconds at 6. We don't have any numeral 6 at all, which is kind of cool. But even if it was kind of chopped away like they always do, it would still have classiness to it. I can't fault the Portugueser at all. I think you would say are a thinking man's brand. And I think this is a classy watch. Not sure about the crazy strong green. It's a statement. But sure, okay, go for it. You know, you have to remember this watch is all dial. I mean, there's almost no bezel to really speak of. So that fucking dial is enormous. Like when I wear the rose gold with the white dial, I went out with I brought my daughter for her birthday. There was 2 years ago, and we all went to the Biennale, the art exhibition, and her mom came along for the day, and she said, "What's that onion you're wearing on your wrist?" it was just a huge, big, kind of nice, slightly ivory white dial. But she was like, "The fucking thing you can see from across the room looks like a bloody onion." So you have to remember, like this is a green dial. It's gonna reflect in the light. You can see it already there. So that thing is a lot. That's a lot of green dial, is what I'm trying to say. Especially
a lot of green dial. The strap is gorgeous, though. Ooh.
Yeah, the strap is sexy. Yeah,
yeah. I always thought with that. Yeah, I always thought with IWC, I always look at them and I feel like, wow, it's just there's so much space, and so sometimes they might look some pieces might look a little too simple in my opinion. Like there's just not. But then I realize it's because that dial is so big and the bezel's so slim that there's just too much space. They need to do something with it. I like this though. I think this is pulled off well. In my opinion, like this much green is a bit much for my personal taste. But if you like green, it's a great one. Like it's a great color. It just I wouldn't wear this.
It's emerald.
Yeah, it's very deep. It's very bold with the strap and everything. It's a lot, but I like it. It's very elegant. Yeah.
Is he wearing it on a bracelet though in that picture, or is he wearing it on a green strap? It looks like his bracelet, maybe.
I can't quite tell. I don't think it's a bracelet.
I know. I was kind of thinking the same thing. I think I would like it better on a bracelet, just so it can kind of cool off that much green.
Cool off the green a bit, yeah.
That's interesting, yeah. Yeah. I like the strap more than I like the watch, but that's just me.
Here's my favorite guy from that show, because at least he was just the big old dickhead at the top of the food chain.
Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, he's basically Rupert Murdoch. I like the guy as well in real life. He's a very cool guy. And he's in some of my favorite films. Yeah. Brian Cox, he's wearing a Jacob & Co. Epic SF24. So is that San Francisco? Like, what's SF stand for? I don't know. Yeah. But it looks like it's like a train or, a train station or an old airport thing there with the little ticker thing that falls down, depending on what city you're in. Let's have a look here. Won an Emmy for his portrayal of Logan Roy in Succession, but he did succeed in the Watch Game. He may not have won an Emmy, but he did succeed. The Scottish actor wore Jacob & Co. Epic to the ceremony. The Traveler's Watch features an innovative split flap display. That's what I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah, that's an airport display. The old tiny ones. Yeah,
that lists 24 cities and a second time zone. That is kind of cool. Inspired by the old split flap boards in airports and train stations, the patented display comprises of a total of 163 components, allowing it to work at the press of a button. The timepiece looks good on the wrist too, with a stable 45mm titanium case and an opaline black dial. It is limited to a scant 101 example. So it's probably 500 grand, 300 grand, something like that. Not the most kind of like bedazzling Jacob & Co., but definitely very interesting. I like the Art Deco. These numerals there, they're a little bit Metropolis, right, from 1930. Yeah. And I'm into this split flap thing. How do we feel about how he's dressed, how he's looking?
I mean, it's Brian Cox, so do what you will. I want to say fuck off, because that's all he says on the show. That's his big line, fuck off. But listen, he's wearing a flat bottom cowl neck, and it looks good. He's a bit of a portly or older man at this point. I love the fact that he pulled out a gray jacket because that used to be one of the standards, and it hasn't been for 50 years. The watch is a statement piece. I don't like anything by Jacob and Company, but I do like the Art Deco. I do like the architectural aspects of what they were trying to do here. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I like it for him. He's a character, and it's all very charactery. So I like it.
Michaela, are you there? Do you have an
I
opinion? You
yeah,
hate it?
no, I don't. Yeah, no, I like the watch without that time capsule at the top. Just get rid of that. That's ugly. In my
Right.
opinion, it's
Yeah,
ugly.
it's ugly.
I don't want
it's
it's
weird.
just a demented shaped watch. Like I just think stick to what we know. I don't know. I call me old fashioned. And he looks fine. His outfit looks fine. You know, he is an older man. He's got obviously like you were saying a bit. He's a little more stoutly. I think that's what you said.
Yeah.
And the thing about that, this cut, how like the way this is cut is almost like an arrow pointing to it. Though it brings your eyes to your midsection really, really badly. So
Yeah.
it might not be the best for his body type. However, I feel like once you're at a certain age, it's like put on something nice.
It's comfortable. He doesn't.
Yeah,
care.
you know, it's okay. But
I think it's ugly. I don't like that cut. It's so weird looking.
That's fair. That's fair. It's
retro costumey, but look at the fabric though. Look at the sheen on the fabric on the sleeves. What is that? It's definitely like a half silk twill or like a wool silk blend. It's very shimmery.
Yeah.
It probably looked great in person. You know, and those the when you have a shawl collar that has a flat bottom like that with a two-tone, oftentimes it'll go straight into the jacket. But when it's like that, it does look a little waitery, a little bit.
A little bit penguin.
High-end restaurant waiter.
Yeah, high-end old-fashioned steakhouse.
Yeah, yep, old-fashioned steakhouse.
Yeah,
Or
Peter
barman,
Luger, Peter Luger's
Sure,
New York, right?
Yeah.
I guess at a certain age you can get away with something like that. I just find
he doesn't care. He'd be like, "Fuck off,
fuck off." The watch is, I mean, it's experimental. It's experimental and strange, and I'm sure that split flap thing really appeals to him because it's very old-fashioned.
Yeah, I'd like a split flap on a watch that didn't look like that and didn't say Jacob and Company on it.
Right, yeah, the Jacob and Co kind of kills it, and they still have those futuristic lugs as well. Oh, what's up with those fucking lugs? They always use them on their watches.
It does look like Metropolis. The whole thing looks like, you know, it's
a big Chrysler building, maybe.
Fritz Lang. Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's very Fritz Lang. All of that stuff is very Metropolis.
Well, that font that they used, I mean, and how big it is, it reminds me of Tiffany and Co. Not just because
up at the top, yes.
Yeah, it just really reminds me of that. So it's a little like, what am I looking at? It's a bit too much. It's too much, but
that's lack of taste. Putting that there is lack of taste because they're mixing fonts. There are two different fonts right beside each other, and that is in the world of design, graphic design. That is a uber no. Then there's another font right here.
Yeah,
I mean, this is enough. They put in their little logo right there.
That would have been fine. Yeah,
they don't need to put that there.
But
there's a crassness. Yeah. That guy Jacob, he's just, I don't know, he just lacks that really, really high taste, with that sharp eye for these things. He's just bordering on the ridiculous and the ostentatious and the gaudy, you know.
Yeah, I think he just wants to stand out, and it makes sense. But just it's going to be, you have to kind of expect a lot of people to not like it then. And
I mean, it's a hip hop brand, isn't it?
What was that?
There's a lot of those guys by the
Jacob and Company. Yeah. Wasn't it originally like where all the hip hop guys went to get their bling 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 blingy bling bling?
It might actually be. It might be. Moving on now, something much more classy, if you ask me. Donald Glover, Bode ensemble and a Cartier watch priced at $13,000. The Tank Louis Cartier is distinguished by a 33.7 millimeter yellow gold case, red lacquered dial with golden sword-shaped hands, a beaded crown set with a sapphire cabochon, is that how you say? Cabochon, and a burgundy alligator strap. Glover has worn a Cartier tank on the red carpet once before, and we hope he does it again. Okay. This is, listen, this is the tank or the tank must, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
the
they're
must,
calling
yep.
it these days.
Must de Cartier.
You can't go wrong with that. I mean,
It does look like a lady's watch, though. Like it would match somebody's purse, you
mhm.
know, and his
You know,
little Renaissance brocade buttons. I don't get. Where are
it
you?
might
Well, where
not
are
be
you
too
going?
bad. It might not be too bad if he didn't wear such a
Stupid
feminine
outfit.
outfit with a feminine type necklace.
Yeah.
Now, look, I've always thought Donald Glover was a good looking guy. Really, really did. I always thought he was cute, like really. But with this mustache, this outfit, he looks like, I don't know, like a matador or something with
It is.
and
It's
then
like
the necklace, like I don't know. It's like almost like he's intentionally trying not to be good looking just for the sake of being like fashion.
It's like if Landell Calrissian was one of the Keebler elves.
Oh, I like the watch. I like the watch. I just think that with the rest of what he's wearing, it becomes too feminine. But alone, like it's gorgeous. I like it.
The chap we featured last week, Damien Broderick, that guy, the guy, he has a green one. He has exactly this watch, but in green, and it's quite classy.
Yeah,
I think for the man with a more slight wrist, you can get away with this. It is, it works. It's what's the phrase I'm looking for? Without sex, like works on both male and female wrists.
androgynous.
It's not androgynous. It's not androgynous.
Unisex.
Unisex. Thank you. It has that vibe. It'll work on. You could hand that to your wife and say, "Hey, would you like to wear this evening? I wore it last night. You wear it tonight." You know, it's a great thing about certain watches.
Is that when they're doing like sexual role play? Like he wears it when she's pegging.
And it's like the Daytona. You know, it'll work. It's a unisex watch. This is classy. I like it. It's feminine. I could never rock a watch like this in a million years, but some men can get away with it. Let's do one more. Moving on.
Make it a good one.
Yeah, let's see what we got. You guys choose. So we have James Marsden.
I hate that
we
guy's
have
face.
James Marsden. That's it. This is the last one. And that'll tie this.
Hate the guy. Love the watch.
No, it's a beautiful watch.
Yeah. He's annoying.
So yeah, it's a DeVille Tresor. So we've already seen one of these tonight in a different color, the gray one. This reference features 40mm steel, stainless steel case, handsome black dial, power reserve at 12 o'clock. Is that power? No. Oh yeah, the power reserve is at 12, and the seconds are at 6. That's right.
Did it happen again? Hello.
Wow.
I can hear you.
Lost everyone for like a second. Huh?
I thought it was me because my computer crashed about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
just in the middle of the show. That's why I disappeared. I was like, again? What's going on here?
We all disappeared there for a second.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, we took turns.
All right.
It's maybe because we're about to cap on this fella.
He was Liz Lemon's love interest on 30 Rock towards the end of that show. And I was like,
is that true?
Yeah.
I never watched the end of that show, and I always regret it because I don't know where to finish.
One of the funniest shows ever.
I love 30 Rock. It's so stupid.
Oh my gosh, so amazing.
So dumb.
So how do we feel about this guy? I mean, there's no tie on.
Yeah, he's a slob.
Suit. Okay.
Yeah.
So
is it Canale? It looks a beautiful suit. Look at that big fat giant peak lapel. Ooh, it's sexy. The suit, the jacket is great.
I think he looks his outfit looks really good. I don't know who he is. I'm gonna be really honest with you, but I love his look, as in clothing, and I love his watch. So
he's got some head of hair on him too. Look at that. It's thicker than a crabtree bush.
He's aging strangely. He's a super handsome fella. I've seen him in a lot of stuff years ago, but he's aging. He's getting cartoony now.
Yeah. That's because he's keeping he's super slim. Probably weighs 140 pounds.
Right.
Yeah. The watch is gorgeous. Fuck, that watch is beautiful.
Why did he not wear a tie now with the Canale suit?
Statements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little too Tom Cruise-y for me. Time Flies says Tom Cruise's cousin. He's too toothy.
Yeah, I was thinking for just half a second, I was like, is that Tom Cruise?
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise.
I
Some guys
totally
shouldn't smile like John Hamm. Don't smile, John. Don't do it. Just
You
looks.
just
He looks
want
like
him to be sad and
You just want him to be
smoldery,
brooding. Yeah.
brooding. Yeah, because you see that he smiles and I'm like, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna, he looks like a sociopath. It's not good.
Women,
This
some
guy,
women
smiles are
didn't fall for they didn't fall for John Hamm. They fell for Don Draper. That's who they
that's
fell
correct. 100%.
for. So how are we feeling on the watch here? I mean,
Oh.
I think that one's much nicer than the gray one from earlier.
Way nicer. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, this watch is divine. Incredible.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one beats that one out a million times over, and it's just not so plain. It's not so like I would still take the other one, right? Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I just think this is elegance. This reminds me of just a bit more sophisticated and yeah, like
This
that.
one's going to age beautifully. It's going to be forever timeless, whereas the other one is going to always look a little odd. This is perfect,
Toasterman's Donkey says he does CrossFit. Used to see him at the gym that I did a bunch of work for all the time. Nice guy. Wow, cool.
Well,
CrossFit
Tina
fella.
Fey likes him. He's got to be a nice guy because she only likes nice people.
Well, often Tina Fey will hire a guy because he'll be just a heartthrob, and then she'll play off of that, the comedy edge of that.
Yeah.
Like the Bubble. Do you remember the Bubble?
I just watched it yesterday.
Living in the Bubble.
Yeah. Jack the Bubble. He's like, Lemon, you have no idea. And he shows her a picture of him, his driver's license from like 20 years ago when he was so handsome. She's like, what the So good.
Yeah, and it's John Hamm is stupid, right? He's crap at everything. He can't fucking ride
Yeah.
the motorbike, right? And he thinks he's brilliant at tennis, but he's not.
Yeah.
It's just women keep telling him he's
You're
great.
cheating. He says to her, you're cheating. Calvin Klein walks up to him. I would love for you to be in my new ads for underwear. Thank you very much. She goes, you want to get his number or contacts? He goes, no, it'll work itself out.
Because he's living in the bubble.
He's in the bubble.
And he's able to order different shit at the diner. And she
Off the
covers his
menu.
face with the menu. She's like, now try ordering off the menu.
She goes, if you try ordering off the menu one more time, girly. So,
Hey, we're over by 20 minutes. Let's wrap this up. That was nice. Some nice watches. Some nice
a lot of
seats.
Omega.
Some handsome gentlemen. We'll try to do more ladies next week.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Michaela.
No, it's okay. They're not often wearing watches on the carpet, so it's a little harder to find.
Yeah.
Guys, this is Michaela's channel right here. You should subscribe immediately. She has some really good this new one. Both of these are excellent. By the way, you're getting way better views on these, huh?
Yeah,
you
that's
should
the
love
last
watching. Oh, that's the last one. Okay.
Mhm. That's just like before you. Yeah.
Yeah. You still though, the views are really good. Well done. Yeah, what's your favorite watch brand says about you? They're both really, really funny episodes, guys. Check out Michaela's channel. Here is the link.
Thank you. Yeah, people's responses, I'm reading them and laughing. I mean, they're getting a kick out of it, and I like entertaining people. But the thing is, the way I see things, it's kind of like I connect colors and like different senses that don't really go together, and so I'm comparing things that are just kind of in my mind that don't even make sense, but I'm really glad people are like, oh my god, that's so true. I'm like, oh good. I'm like, Back to the Future, they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, perfect. That's just what I think. Anyway, yeah, it's all fun.
And guys, please subscribe to the Watch Fashion Police channel also, which is right there. This is where you'll find these episodes in the coming months, because I will be phasing it off of this channel. So you'll only be able to find us on a Monday night at this channel here. I'll put up the link right there on the screen for you guys. Go over there and sub to the Watch Fashion Police. I can tell almost none of you have. Look, it's only not even 500 subscribers. You're so lazy, guys. Come on, do it. Get over there. So
do it right now. Huh? We have 244 in the room. If everybody subscribes right now, we'll have 244 more people. Come on, all you got to do is click that.
I'm gonna count afterwards.
We're not coming to your house. I mean, I know you want Michaela to come to your house, but we won't.
Let's take a look at the watches one more time. I'm going to show you guys my Zero West, just because I've gone a little left to center tonight. Let me do the loom again, just because it's sexy. But kind of Panerai-esque.
Too sexy
Yeah,
for
that's
your
what I was thinking
watch,
too,
too
but I didn't want
sexy
to
for
say.
your snatch.
It's a good one.
You're
I love
so
this one.
sexy, it hurts.
And Dirk, let's see that Millie, baby, with just the sleeve coming down, man, with the Millie. That's why we like shiny Rolex steel. That's why, because it just comes out of that and just pops so nicely.
Just hide it.
Yeah,
you just can't see because of my stupid green screen, but man, you see that beautiful green halo. It's so sexy. It's so sexy, it hurts.
Let's see Michaela's Ballon Bleu one more time.
Ballon bleu, bleu, ballon bleu. I love that watch on you. Oh my god,
Thank you.
it's amazing.
I can't wait to find out what you this next watch that you're getting.
She's going to tell you right after we go offline.
Okay, great. Okay. Well, no, don't give anything away. It was a good show, guys. Nice and relaxed.
Fantastic. Yeah, it was very relaxed.
Yeah, some
A lot
nice
of
stuff in
omegas.
there. Yeah, as always. Yeah. I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Thanks so much. Sartorial Sluts.